Okay, Steve.
Yeah, I have Steve on my radio. Hearing you very well, Steve. You're about 5'5", sometimes a little stronger. So good to hear you this morning, Steve. We got you on the list, and also my neighbor there, Alan, W5ENZ. He's also a short timer, so we got him right after Don there this morning. WB5DRI will be starting up the Air Force's Flyers Club net in about 5 minutes.
This is WW5ENZ for the radio check for the Air Force's Flyers Club net.
I heard a station asking about the Air Force's Flyers Club net. This is WB5DRI. You're a little light, but come back if you want. Come back and give me your call sign if you want to check in or get on the list here.
W5DRI, I believe I copied. I'm outside of Boston. I am a member of the club, and we're doing a just wanted to check into the net.
You're a little light with me. I did not get your call sign. Dale, are you hearing that station better?
No, Brian, I got the antenna out west, so I'm not hearing him. I think it's a 1. He's coming in on the Utah FDR pretty good. He may be hearing me. I don't know. Are you hearing me, the 1 station, W5OG?
This is Dave. Kilo Bravo 1, Quebec Mike X-ray, KB12MS, and I'm about 30 miles south of Boston.
Dave, Kilo Bravo 1, Quebec Mike X-ray. Yeah, it's good to hear you in there, Dave. Glad that you're back with us. Kilo Bravo 1, Quebec Mike X-ray. He's up near Boston.
Okay, Dale, thank you. I did hear him that time. Kilo Bravo 1, Quebec Mike X-ray. He's one of our members out in Massachusetts there. Good morning, Dave. We got you on the list here. We'll put you up toward the top, right after Alan there. Good morning.
KB12MS standing by.
Well, good morning. It's about that time. Let's go ahead and get started. This is WW5DRI. Good morning to all. I will be net control this morning for the Air Force's Flyers Club net, and I want to welcome all to the Saturday edition. This net meets on this frequency, 14.290, every day of the year, normally starting up about this time, about 10 o'clock Central Time, 1500 UTC this time of the year. The Flyers Club consists of military aviation members, both active and retired, and veterans of all the military services, to include pilots, air crew, ground crew, air traffic controllers, missile crews, support crews, and anyone involved with military aviation from all of the air branches of all of our military services. We also very much like to welcome visitors to the net. This is an open net. You don't need to be involved with the military or aviation in order to check in. Our purpose is simply to promote fellowship between those radio amateurs who devoted a portion of their lives to support our air forces. This is a control net. We like to use the words contact, relay, check-in, or info to contact net control. We also have a very good website at www.airforces, plural, flyers, plural, club.org. I repeat, that's airforces, flyers, club.org, which has a lot of good information about our net, an online application if you would like to join the group. Again, that's not necessary in order to check in. We also have bios out there from many of our members that are very interesting about their lives in the Air Forces. Again, my call sign is Whiskey Bravo 5 Delta Romeo India. My name is Brian, and I'm located down here in the Alamo City in South Central Texas in San Antonio. Our format for this net is we take check-ins and we go down the list, allowing each station to give their reports, and then we go back for a second 73 round if there's time. Usually on Saturdays we have a little bit more time. I do have the following stations break off of NetLogger this morning. I have K0ZNC, that's Don, up in Longmont, Colorado, and I think probably Dale is going to bring him in, I believe. That's W5OG, my older brother there. Then we have my neighbor just to the south of me here in San Antonio, who's a short timer this morning, Whiskey 5 Alpha November Yankee. That's Alan. Good to have you in there with us this morning, Alan. I hope you're doing well, and we'll get you right in after dawn there. Then we have a member that's a returnee. We haven't heard him in a long time. That's Dave out in Massachusetts. Good to have you with us this morning, Dave. His call sign is Kilo Bravo 1 Quebec Mike X-Ray. Then we have another member that we don't hear all the time, but he's in there this morning. It's good to hear you this morning, Steve. That's K6PX. Out in San Diego, California. So good to hear you, Steve. Next, we have our net logger that's in 5BE. Good morning also to you, Lee, and thanks for doing the net logger there. Good to hear you this morning. Then we have Ed, KK7UNA. He's out in Arizona, in Green Valley, so good to have you with us this morning, Ed. Then we have Carl, our ops officer, KF7GJO, and he's in Sparks, Nevada. Good morning to you, Carl. Then we have my older brother Dale, W5OG, up in Mineola, Texas, and good to hear you this morning, Dale, and thanks for the help this morning. And let's see, then we have Bob, K2SJP. He's down in Lutz, Florida. Good to hear you, Bob, and you're very strong with me this morning. I didn't get an S meter reading, but I think you were over the 9 mark for sure. But good to have you with us this morning. Good morning. Hope you're feeling better this morning. Let's see. Then we have W6WAY, that's Jim out in California in Corona. So good morning to you, Jim. Then we have KO1Y, that's Rod in El Paso. Good morning, Rod. I heard you on the radio here earlier this morning, so good to have you with us there from El Paso. Then we have his neighbor there, Joe, over in Las Cruces, W5ABI. Good morning to you, Joe. Then we have our commander, I believe, K1BOB, Bob, up in Boise. Good morning to you, sir. Then we have WV2JJO, that's Ray out in New Jersey. Good morning, Ray. Then we have KG5PTE, that's James in Belton, Texas. Good morning to you, James. Then we have N4GYY, that's Frank out there in Louisville. Good morning, Frank. And then we have some receive-only stations, K4YDB, who's doing a live stream of our net. Good morning to you, Charlie, and thanks for doing the live stream. If you type in Charlie's call sign K4YDB on YouTube, the live stream will come up, and you'll also see the questions of the day there. And then we have a couple of other stations listening this morning. Norm up in Harvard, Illinois, N9KJN. Good morning to you, Norm. And also Ken, Lucky Ken in Arizona, K7ARN. And I see that we also have, looks like WA6LJS, that's John, our treasurer in Hamul, also on receive only this morning. He's in the process of moving. And then we have, looks like WW5ENZ just got in there as well this morning. Chief Mike, good to have you with us, Chief Mike. We got you on the list there. So let's go ahead and get a call out. Let's see. Let's get a call out from the West Coast there. Bob, K1BOB, could you put out a call, please, sir?
This is K1BOB for net control, looking for any other check-ins. Any other check-ins for the Air Force Flyers Club net? I'll relay you in. Come now.
Whiskey 5, Papa India X-ray late, but we're here.
Okay, good morning, Cliff. W5PIX. Anybody else would like to check into the net? Come now. Brian, W5PIX, Uncle Cliff's in there. K1BOB.
Okay, Bob, thank you. W5PIX, Cliff, are you mobile this morning?
Oh, no negative. I'm sitting here on the base this morning there, Brian, and yeah, we are one truck short now.
Okay, you're down to just one truck. Well, that's a good thing, I think, Cliff. But we'll put you on the list there. You may be tail end Charlie. I'm not sure. I think so. But we got you on the list, Cliff. Good to hear you this morning. And I'm hearing you well on the SDRs this morning. Okay, let's get a call out from the East Coast. Bob, K2SJP, could you put out a call, please, sir?
Wilco, Brian. This is K2SJP. Relay for net control. Calling any members or guests for the Air Force's Flyers Club net. Please call now. Nobody wants to talk to me, Brian.
Relay, Brian.
Okay, there's a relay. Go relay.
Yeah, it's a W5OG. KB7LAK is in there from Stanley, Idaho. He must be mobile. KB7LAK, Justin. W5OG, back to net.
Okay, Steve and Dale, thank you. I got it. KB7LAK, Justin, who's possibly mobile. We'll put you up toward the top there this morning, Justin. Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and get started this morning. I do have a couple of questions. They're probably softball. I don't know. But it was kind of interesting to me. It's about the F-4 Phantom II. And the question is, how many of these aircraft are still flying around the world with foreign air forces? I remember being aware of some of the first ones on their way to Vietnam when my dad was stationed in Okinawa from 62 to 66, and I was there from 62 to 65. And I remember hearing about the F-4s toward, I don't know, about 63, 64, I think, around that time period, hearing about them coming through Okinawa on their way to Vietnam. Vietnam was just really ramping up at that time. But what a fine airplane the F-4 Phantom II was. Anyway, the question is, how many of these aircraft are still flying with foreign air forces? Possible answers are Alpha, approximately 25, Alpha, approximately 25, Bravo, approximately 50, Bravo, approximately 50, Charlie, approximately 75, or Delta, approximately 100. Delta, approximately 100. So 25, 50, 75, or 100. How many are still flying? And the bonus question is, which of the following countries are still flying F-4s? And the possible answers are Alpha, Iran, Bravo, Turkey, Charlie, Greece, and Delta, all of the above. And the answers are matched pairs to make this a little bit easier. So if you get the first question right, you'll have the second question, and vice versa. Alpha, Alpha, Bravo, Bravo, and so forth. Okay, Don, K0ZNC, good morning, sir. You're up. Dale, can you bring him in? WB5DRI.
Yeah, will do, Brian. K0ZNC, go ahead, Don. I'll bring you in. W5OG.
Thank you, Dale. Appreciate the help. Let me turn this volume down here a bit. There we go. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to the flyers and visitors. We've got a really nice day blowing here in Colorado. It's currently 71 degrees. Going to be a little toasty. The high today is predicted at 92 with a 30% chance of rain. Hopefully we'll get the rain. Wish it weren't quite as warm, because if we get the rain at 92 degrees, it'll be muggy outside. At least that's what I call it, muggy. Oh, gosh, I have absolutely no idea. Put me down Delta for the question. Delta for the question. I'm planning on being here for the 73 rounds, so give me a shout. If I can't make it, I'll let Dale know ahead of time, if I know ahead of time. Listen, we'll turn it back to you, Brian. Thanks for getting me on the HF this morning. Thanks for running the net. And we'll turn it back to you, Brian. WB5DRI via W5OG. This is K0ZNC. I'll be standing by. Good morning.
W5OG, back to net.
Okay, Don, K0ZNC, good to hear you this morning, Don. And Dale, W5OG, thanks for the relay there. This is WB5DRI, and we got your answer there, Don, is Delta, and good to hear you this morning. Sounds like things are going very well for you up there in Longmont, and hope you guys get some rain there. We have really been blessed this summer with a lot of it off and on, and it's really helped out. We've gotten, unfortunately, sadly, a little bit too much up in the hill country. But anyway, that's the story here for the weather. But let's go ahead and keep this moving. Next up would be we've got a mobile station. Let me get him before I take my neighbor to the south here. Let's take KB7LAK, that's Justin, who's mobile, and see if we can get him in there. I'm not sure where he is this morning. Good morning to you, Justin. You're up for our net. KB7LAK, WB5DRI. Is he talking, Dale?
He's talking, Brian. He's on, Brian.
Okay, I need a relay on him.
I think he said, did you say Alpha is your answer, Justin? Over. Okay. He passed it back. You're going to stick around for the rest of the net?
If it was the net on, but I got still trying to check it.
Okay, he's going to be in and out, so we'll give him a call on a 73 round, Brian. And he's up near Bob, apparently, in Idaho. He's going to go visit Bob, I think. Mighty fine. Good to hear from you, and travel safe, whatever you're doing there. I'm sure you're having fun. Back to net, W5OG relay.
Okay, real fine. Thank you for the relay there, Dale. Justin, KB7LAK, good to hear you this morning, and we got your answers there is Alpha, I believe. I heard from the relay there, and you're a little light with me, but I'm hearing you on the SDRs, but just a little lighter than some of the others. But good to have you in there with us, Justin. We'll break with you, and let's go to my neighbor to the south here, W5ENZ. Alan, hope you're doing well this morning. Alan, you're up, sir. Good morning again, WB5DRI.
So that's pretty bad. I'm going with Delta. Otherwise, good day for me. I got called his birthday today. So that's what day for me. I get to talk to him a little bit later. And I've got my surgery coming up on Tuesday. And maybe after the return in head a little bit, I'll be able to stay on about 4 months. 73, everybody. That's the year again. Okay, back to control. 75.
Okay, Alan, real fine. W5ENZ. Good to hear you this morning, Alan, and happy birthday to your daughter there. And I hope all goes well with your surgery coming up on Tuesday there. And I hope that really makes a big difference for you and helps you get around a whole lot better. I'm sure it will. But good to hear you this morning, and we got your answer there, double D's. So let's go ahead and keep it moving here. We'll break with you. Let's go to, looks like our Massachusetts member, Dave, KB1QMX. Dave, good morning. You're up, sir. Good to have you back in there with us. WB5DRI.
Got a number of people here with their field day rigs and their goats set up outside.
the 857. Still had a good, and a G5RB that's about 60 feet up. So I hope everybody's doing well. I'm not going to be able to stick around for the 73 round, so I wish everybody 73 till it goes. And I'll send it back to Net. Okay, KB1, QMX.
He turned it back. Brian said 7-3s. He's at some kind of an event with his club there and operating from a battery-operated portable station. Dave, good to hear you. W5OG, back to Net.
Okay, I heard him, but I was aware that he turned it there finally, but he was a little light. Did you get his answer, Dale?
I don't think he had an answer. Dave, are you still there? Did you have an answer for the question? Over.
Absolutely, Dale. I'm sorry about that. W5OG, KB1 QMX. My answer would be Delta Delta. And by the way, I was stationed out at Fox Field during the 1980s, and we had a couple of F4 squadrons out there, and the KUNC that came to that KB1 QMX after that.
Yeah, fine. Being at Clark in the 80s. Well, I was back home by then. So, anyway, mighty fine, Dave, and good to hear from you. And have fun what you're doing. And come back and get on the net more often. We miss you. KB1 QMX. He said, well, I don't know. Did you have an answer, Dave? Yeah, you're in S7 with me, so a good copy from your portable rig. He said Delta Delta, Brian. Back to Net, W5OG.
Okay, Dale, thank you for the relay there, W5OG, and I did hear his answer there is Delta Delta, so very good. Dave, have fun with your club there, and 73s to you, sir. We'll break with KB1 QMX, and let's go out to California to K6PX. Good to hear you back in there, Steve. You're up, sir. Good morning, WB5DRI.
Now started. If I don't get this answer correct, I'm not a really good liner writer. I have intercepted a in 1974 over there on the USS Constellation in 74, and we decided to come up to check us out. And had an opportunity to intercept those guys. All three countries have F4s. I can't remember whether or not three discussed about. I'm going to go with Delta Delta, Brian. Delta Delta is my answer. Back to you, Brian.
He turned it back. Brian said Delta Delta.
Okay, I did hear him give his answer. Thank you, Dale. We got you down for Delta Delta there, Steve. Good to hear you this morning. And the conditions are they're so-so, but I was hearing you on the radio and also on the SDRs this morning. So good to have you with us here this morning, Steve. We'll break with K6PX, and let's go to our net logger. I think next up, Lee from Arlington, N5BE. Good morning, Leon. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Yeah, WB5DRI N5B. I'm shutting the SDR off, Brian. I got my second Mac in yesterday, and I'm almost in tears. I have so reduced my workload. Oh my gosh, it is seamless, and I'm loving it. And I'll take some pictures of it. It is awesome. Oh my gosh. Back in the 80s, the Air Force Reserve Squadron at Carswell went over from F-105s the F4Ds, and I think those Ds were getting kind of long on the tooth even back then. But they would go up to Fort Sill up there on the ranges and drop bombs and do air-to-ground gunnery. So they had a D model go up there to do some work, and with a centerline 20 Mike pod. And when he landed, the pod was gone. It wasn't there, and they've never found the pod that I'm aware of. So there's some rancher up there near the Red River, plus or minus, who owns a 20 millimeter gun pod that he don't know about. So anyway, that's a mostly true story. I'm going with Delta. That's a moving target, Brian. It's really moving. But I think the two biggest operators right now that are active are the Greeks and the Turks, and maybe more so the Greeks. But I think all of them are operating, and so I'm going to go with Delta this morning. Like the question, good old F4. WB5DRI and 5BE. Thank you, Brian.
Okay, Lee, N5BE, WB5DRI. Well, great story, Lee. Yeah, that farmer or rancher that has a pod, a cannon pod there on his place there somewhere. Very interesting. Anyway, those things did happen, I guess, in training, and they had to get out and shoot with them and keep proficient for sure. Anyway, I think the F4 probably used its missiles a whole lot more than it used its gun pod in Vietnam. But anyway, very interesting stuff. And we got you down for Delta there, Lee. So let's keep it moving here. I did have K4YDB in here next, but he's receive only, and he's doing the live stream, and he's got some other issues with his station there this morning. So good morning again to you, Charlie, and thanks for doing the live stream. And let's keep it moving here. Next up would be Ed in Green Valley, Arizona. Kilo 7, Uniform November Alpha. You're up, Ed. Good morning. WV5DRI. Okay, Ed, well, 73s to you there, and you're breaking with the group and going with Alpha. Ed says Iran is the big winner for still flying F4s. So we got him down here for Alpha. Good to hear you this morning, Ed, and I'm hearing you on my electric radio very well this morning. I didn't get a meter reading, but I think you must have been 5 to 7, something like that. I would guess. Anyway, we'll break with you, and let's go to Carl out in Sparks, Nevada. Kilo Foxtrot 7, Golf Juliet Oscar, KF7, GJO. Good morning, Carl. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
7 GJO here with you. It's going to be a cool day. I think we're all headed to the low 90s today. And looking at the Weather Gather nationwide chart, it looks like the Midwest is going to get the heat that we had last weekend and earlier this week. So stay cool and wear your waterproof sunglasses. Where we had 10% humidity, you're going to have 90% humidity. It ain't going to be fun. Okay. You got a beautiful signal this morning, Brian. Of course, you and your brother, generally speaking, you've been my needles. When I can't hear anybody else, I can hear one or both of you. Back in the day when Boyd Van Horn was running that 3,500-foot horizontal loop, I mean, you could turn propagation off and still have him as an S9 with that. I remember being back there and working his station, and good Lord, you talk about a piece of wire out there that's going to bring in those pesky little electrons from outer space. That friggin' antenna was incredible. Okay, so much for the trip down memory lane this morning. And I sent out an email to three of the guys that I had addresses for. And if you're familiar with YouTube, bring it up and look for the 27-minute video on the restoration of Bataan, MacArthur's constellation. Very interesting video on it, on the history and the restoration of it. I believe they've got it at Oshkosh right now for AirVenture. And interesting, wife and I were on a motorhome trip one time and headed up toward the south rim of the Grand Canyon when at Val, Arizona, looked over, saw at the middle airfield there, saw a sign that said Air Museum, so I pulled in, nothing else, stretched my legs a little bit, and they're off all by itself next to a hangar set Bataan. So I walked over to take a look at it, and for some reason they had the rear door open and a extension ladder extended up to that open cabin door. So I thought, hey, what can they do? Worst case scenario, they'll tell me that I've got to leave, right? So I climbed the ladder and treated myself to an impromptu tour of the interior of Bataan. It was mostly gutted out and in pretty poor condition. But, it was interesting to see that, to have actually been in it and then watch the total restoration of it. So, yeah, it's on YouTube, the restoration of Bataan. Okay, on to your question. Yeah, that was a gimme this morning, buddy. With all the action that recently took place in Iran, and I saw on a news brief where they mentioned that they were still flying Phantoms and, of course, the F-14 Tomcat. So, and I was pretty sure that Turkey and Greece were also flying them. So I've got to go Delta on this one. Approximately 100 of them, I wouldn't say airworthy, but they're still flying, and all of the above, Iran, Turkey, and Greece. Hey, great bet this morning, buddy. You're doing a fine job. I'll put you in for a bonus. Go back to you, Brian. WB5ENZ Mikes Net.
Okay, Carl. Well, you've got the best, one of the best signals this morning with me, Carl. You're S7, very strong here in San Antonio. Good to hear you there, and we got you down for Delta, and very interesting on MacArthur's aircraft there. I'll have to check out that YouTube video for sure if I can find it. Hopefully I can. And amazing aircraft that the one he had as well there. So very, very interesting stuff there, Carl. Well, we'll break with KF7GJO and keep it moving here. Let's go to my older brother Dale up in Mineola, Texas. Thanks for all the help this morning, Dale. And love to you and Carolyn there. W5OG, you're up, sir. WB5 DRI.
Okay, very fine, Brian. Yeah, good morning again to all on the net. A big crowd this morning here on a Saturday net, so that's good news. And glad to hear everyone on today. And things are going well here. It's just a typical, actually, we've been having very nice weather for this time of the year, and I know it's going to get warmer like Carl was saying that the warm air is headed our way, I think, or the hotter air. And it's been, toasty, but typical in the low 90s for us, which is really not too bad. It's been pleasant here so far this summer. But it's going to get worse, I'm sure of that, before we get through August and into September there. Let's see, Brian. Yeah, Deltas be my guess on this one. And I guess the F-4s that Iran had and the F-14s are not any match for the Israeli. I don't know what they were using, F-35s perhaps even, but they had no problem. Anyway, good stuff, and thanks for the good question, and regards to everyone this morning. I'll put it back to Ned. I'll help you if I can. If I get too much going, you let me know. Back to you, Brian. WB5DRI, W5OG.
Okay, Dale, W5OG, WB5DRI. Well, I appreciate all the help this morning, Dale. Conditions are better, but they still haven't gotten back to where they had been many weeks and months ago, I think. But anyway, good to hear you this morning, and we got your answers there is Delta, Delta. And let's keep it moving here. We'll break with W5OG, and let's go down to Lutz, Florida, to our member down there, K2SJP. You sound a lot better this morning, Bob. Good morning. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K2SJP. Yeah, we're over here in Lutz, and we feel 100% better. Took a couple of Tylenols, got 10 hours sleep, and feeling really good. Thank you for your concern. I appreciate that, Brian. Let's see, you're 20 over 9. Dale is 10 over 9. And I don't know what Lee is doing, but maybe he bought that 5 kilowatt 403A amplifier, because he's 40 over 9, and very rarely do I get a signal that high. Lee, you're doing fantastic into here today. And let's see, we got to do some shopping in a little while, but we'll be here on for a while, and probably on Echolink for a round or two. My answers to the questions are Delta and Delta. Same, pretty much a lemming line. Delta, Delta, Brian. So back to you. Thank you for running the net. You're doing a great job. WB5DRI, K2SJP.
Okay, Bob, K2SJP, WB5DRI. Well, you're well over the 9 mark with me, probably 10 over at times there, Bob. So good signal, good to hear you, and we got you down for Delta, Delta. So we'll break with you, and let's go out to Corona, California, to Jim, W6WAY. Jim, good morning. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Thanks for running the net. WB5DRI, this is W6WA1. I have the echo here. I hope nobody else can hear me. Anyways, let me move over here. Just a minute. I can I need to put some headphones on.
Are you still there, Jim?
Fixing something, Brian.
I'm not sure if you're having trouble with your station or what there, Jim. I did hear you in there for a while, and I think I got your answer. Can you come back to make sure? Did I get your answer?
No, you did. For Delta is my answer.
Okay, I got it that time, Jim, for sure. Delta. I just wanted to make sure on that. Well, good to have you with us this morning, Jim. Hope all is well with you and yours out in Corona. And we'll break with you, and let's go to a little closer in station to me over in El Paso, Rod, and KO1Y. Rod, you're up. Good morning, and I see your answers are Delta. Go ahead, WB5DRI. Yeah, go ahead, Rod. Okay, Rod. Well, we'll give you a call on the 73 round, and good to hear you this morning from El Paso. Good signal on the SDRs this morning. I'm hearing you very well there. And so let's keep it moving here. We'll break with KO1Y. Let's go to Joe, his neighbor over in Las Cruces. W5ABI. Good morning, Joe. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Yeah, WB5DRI and the Flyers, W5ABI. Good morning, Brian. Good morning to the rest of the Flyers. Thanks for running the net. The signals aren't good from here to San Antonio, but I got you loud and clear on the SCR2, which I have a problem with the sound cutting in and out on it, so I put it on another laptop, and it's cutting out on there, so I don't know. Anyhow, currently it's about 77 outside, it's supposed to go up to 96, high humidity. We had a lot of rain last night, boy, heavy rain, which we need. So everything's a little bit humid here, which we don't like. Anyhow, my answer to the question is D for both, and we'll be here to the bottom. And so back to you, Brian. WB5DRI, W5ABI.
Yeah, W5ABI, WB5DRI. Well, good to hear you this morning, Joe, and got your answers there as Delta, and glad you guys got a little rain, because I know you needed it like we do here. It's amazing to me with all the rain that we have had here this year. Even our county, Bear County, is still listed as below normal, with still showing up as red on the chart that the weatherman puts up for the drought conditions here, which show still severe drought, but hopefully that'll go away. Maybe we'll get a little bit more rain in the coming weeks. We'll see. Anyway, break with you, Joe. Break with W5ABI. Let's go to our commander, K1BOB. Bob, good morning. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K1BOB. Well, pretty darn good conditions today after what we've had lately there, Brian. You're doing a great job running the net. Thank you. Thanks, Leon, for the net runner, and Charlie for the YouTube live stream there. Appreciate it all. Yeah, KB7 LAK is going to drop by Monday. I think he should, and maybe he'll be on the net here on my radio then. He's stopping in with his wife and his teenage daughter, so they're kind of having a good time. And yeah, as Dale mentioned, they're up in Stanley, Idaho, which isn't all that far from here, about 100 miles. So he loves getting back to Idaho. He's an Idaho boy at heart. Anyway, yeah, the F4. Yeah, my brother flew the Wild Weasel F4 at Georgia Air Force Base before he went into F-15s. I thought I was going to get an F. I was positive I was going to get an F4 out of navigator school, but I did a little better. Anyway, that didn't happen often back then. There was like 2 per class of F-111, but a lot of F4s, and a lot of guys wanted to fly B-52s. I couldn't quite understand that. No offense, B-52 guys. Anyway, yeah, when we were over in England during the Cold War, the Brits, I couldn't get over it. I don't know why, but they called their F4s the FRG-2 and the FRG-4. So the second one I understood, but FRG-2. I don't know why they gave it a different name. I'll never figure that out. But yeah, I think everyone's on the right track. I think Delta is Delta, the closest answer there. It could be a few less or maybe a few more on Delta. There actually is still a couple of F4s flying in the United States for air shows. They're flown by private concerns. Because it's hard to beat Old Smoky there and all the noise. It's a neat airplane. I always liked it. I thought I'd get an F4E. That's what I wanted. Anyway, let's see. I think that's about it here. Very nice weather here. No humidity, and it's been getting up in the high 80s, which is quite nice with no humidity. And a lot of critters coming around. We had 2 cute young bull elk, little ones, 2 years old, or maybe a little less, with just little spikes on them. Cute little boogers. Anyway, yeah, and then the elk all ate the berm out last night. Lynn took out all the old flowers and stuff and put them in the wheelbarrow, and they just came up to the wheelbarrow like a feeding trough. And ate half of it. Anyway, this is K1BOB. Thank you for running the net, Brian. Good to hear everybody. So put me down for the same as my friend Steve in San Diego. K1BOB, an old rhino backseater. K1BOB, back to WB5BRI.
Okay, Bob, K1BOB. Well, solid copy on my electric radio here this morning. You were pretty much an S7 the whole way. But good to hear you this morning, and we got your answers as Delta. And I didn't give our report here. You guys are in the high 80s. That's an ideal temperature. We're in the low 80s right now, 83. But we're going to be a little hotter here today, up close to the century mark. But 98 is scheduled to be the high. So it's going to be a little warmer for us down here today. But it's not too bad for this late in the summer already. But anyway, we'll take it. But good to hear you this morning, Bob. And yeah, I remember watching those F4s fly too, and they are a smoky airplane for sure. They smoke a lot, but I don't think they were too worried about during that time, I guess, about not having any black smoke that you could very easily see there. But anyway, we'll break with you, Bob. Break with K1BOB, and let's go to my neighbor to the east here, over near close to Houston there, W4PUO over in Belleville, Texas. Lee, W4PUO, you're up, sir. WB5DRI. Is he talking?
W4PUO, you're up, Lee. Your turn. K1BOB.
Okay, well, I can try to come back to him. He may have had something come up and had to step away for a minute or something. So we'll come back to you, Lee, W4PUO, and let's keep it moving here. Let's go to WB2JJO. That's Ray out in New Jersey. Good morning, Ray. You're up, sir. What's happening out in your part of the country? WB5DRI. Okay, Ray. Well, good to hear you this morning. We got your answer there is Delta Delta, and glad you guys are getting some rain too, because I know you needed it as well. And very good to have you with us this morning there, Ray. We'll break with you now, and let's go to one of my close-in neighbors here. That's James up in Belton, Texas, KG5PTE. Good morning, James. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, KG5PT. Good morning, Brian, and good morning to the Flyers. And hope everybody's having a good day. Well, it's a Saturday, and we're going to play a little radio today and play with a few projects and see what kind of problems we can create or what kind of problems we can fix. So anyway, I'm going to let the wife's going to be in the kitchen, working in the kitchen, reorganizing, and Donna is getting ready to have her surgery on Monday at 11 o'clock for her left shoulder. So we're going to get that done at 11 o'clock in Waco. And thank goodness she's getting her shoulder surgery done before school begins, before she goes back to work in August. So that'll be done, and that'll be great. So for the answer to today's question, I'm going to go alpha. I'm going to go B. C. All of the above. So Delta Delta is my answer. And thanks for running the net, Brian. And I'll be here for the 73 round, and I'll turn it back to net control. WB5DRI, KG5PT, back to net.
Okay, James, very good. Hearing you well on the SDRs, of course, James. Very, very strong there. Good to hear you this morning, and we got your answers as Delta Delta, and I hope all goes well with your wife's surgery, shoulder surgery there on Monday. And yeah, I am aware of that helping out. My wife has had let's see, I think both shoulders replaced, and one was a reverse replacement, if you know what that is. But anyway, very interesting stuff, and we hope all goes very, very well on that surgery. So prayers for your wife for Monday there on our surgery. Anyway, good to hear you this morning, James, and we'll break with you, and let's see if we can get a big signal usually that I haven't heard this morning yet, but I'm sure he'll be strong with me from Louisville. That's N4GYY Frank, Chief Frank. Good morning, Frank. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
because we're now trying to find out some additional units to enforce that and the fact that you
Okay, Frank, very fine. N4GYY, WW5DRI. Well, you're solid S9. I guess you probably get the golden microphone this morning, Frank. You're just about the strongest, I think, that I've heard this morning, over the 9 mark. And we got your answers there as Delta Delta, and very good on spending 15 years working with the F4s there. Great airplane for sure. I agree. It's every time you hear one of those, every time I hear one of the jets flying over here in San Antonio, any kind, it's military. It's the sound of freedom for me. So very good on that. And let's keep it moving here. Let's see who's next. Break with you, Frank. Break with N4GYY. Let's try my neighbor to the north here just a little bit over in Bulverde, who's at home this morning. Sans one truck there. W5PIX. Cliff, you're up, sir. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Brian, and to all the flyers out there. And, well, I don't need to give the weather report because you done probably give it. And, being 30 miles away from each other, I don't think it's going to change. It is, real brisk out there. You see some wind blowing. And, my oldest son's out there working on his cedar belt this morning, putting in a new clutch for his transmission. But, me and Miss Bonnie yesterday, well, we went to the VA yesterday morning in Kerrville, and, boy, I tell you what, a lot of damage. Still a lot of people out there searching, and, which is very good. But, boy, I'll tell you what, just seeing the damage that water can do even farther down, because we did drive down through alongside the river there on Highway 27, and it comes out right there at Interstate 10 in Comfort. And of course, you got Cross along Loopy right there, and you got a lot of water flowing, and then of course we did cross 281 here in Bulverde Spring Branch. And anyways, get the question out of the way, Delta Delta, and I'm not going to argue with the group, that's for sure. And you did leave one country out that still has a few of them also is Japan. And anyways, but yeah, we got rid of the international, drove it up there and dropped the keys in the lockbox and walked away happy, and drove back, and so it was a long day. Got back here about I guess 1:30 this morning, and so long days and short operating on 5 hours of sleep. So stretched it out. I was a little late getting up myself this morning, but I had to do the pills and all that good stuff. So we're ready for breakfast, and we're not having to make any more payments. And on the Penske, I'm glad that we had it, the availability of it anyways, where we didn't have to bust our tail to get the old truck back up and running again. And this time we took our time doing it. So anyways, that's what's going on out here on the range. And or as we say down here, well, never mind. Anyway, back to you, Brian. I done shot my 50 cents worth. So WB5DRI Whiskey 5 Papa India X-Ray in Bulverde on the Barefoot Radio.
Okay, Cliff, W5PIX on the base, WB5DRI. Well, good on everything there, Cliff. You're really blasting into the SDRs there this morning, so hearing you very, very well. In regards to Miss Bonnie there, and yeah, the Kerrville situation is about the saddest thing I think I've ever heard of, and one of the saddest things in my whole life down here as a Texan is to hear about the kids being swept away in that flood. And I am aware that they are planning now to put in some sirens for the river, all along the river, especially around Kerrville there, and some warnings. And they can do that, and I'm just sorry that we didn't have those in place to prevent what happened a few weeks ago. Very, very sad. Anyway, our prayers go out to all those families who lost kids and folks in that flood. Anyway, Cliff, good to hear you this morning, and enjoy your brunch there. And we'll give you a call on the 73 round in case you're still in there. But we'll break with you for now, and let's go back and see if we can get Lee in there. W4PUO. Lee, you're up, sir. WB5DRI. Well, I don't hear Lee. Does anybody hear W4PUO? Okay, thanks, Cliff. Well, let's go ahead and we're almost to the bottom of the list. I did see another station in there, but it looks like he's dropped out now. He was on NetLogger and then he went away. So, I'm sorry. We have one other station here with us this morning from Texas, John in Montgomery, Texas. K5 Juliet Golf Sierra, K5JGS. Good morning, sir. You're up for our net. What do you have for Flyers Club net? WB5DRI. Is anybody hearing John? I'm not hearing him on the SDRs. K5JGS. If you're in there, you're up, sir. WB5DRI. Well, I don't have a copy on him, so I'm guessing that he's just listening maybe this morning. So did I miss any stations, or do we have any last-minute check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club net? Did I miss any on the list here this morning? Please call now, WB5DRI. Well, I hear a station trying to check in. Can you come back slowly with your call sign? Dale, did you get a copy on that station?
Yeah, Kilowatt 4 Victor Sierra Kilo. BSK there, Brian.
Okay, very good. K4 VSK, can you give us your name and QTH?
Palm Bay, Florida. I have checked in numerous times, so it's not a number. I'm the one that told you that Orville Wright taught me how to fly. Orville Wright taught me how to fly. And incidentally, I'm the first one that died after Orville Wright taught me how to fly. And I have checked in numerous times before. Over. You copy him, Brian?
I heard a little of it. I know that his name, I believe, is in Florida, and his name is Jim, I believe, in Palm Bay, Florida. So good to have you with us there, Jim. I didn't copy all of your transmission. Can you relay some of that, Dale? W5OG?
Yeah, it was Jim there in Palm Bay. You got most of it. And he said he's the one that's checked in many times before, and Orville Wright taught him how to fly, Brian. And that's good morning to you there, Jim. W5OG back to net.
Okay, thank you for the relay there. Very interesting stuff there, Dale. And Jim, thank you for that information. I'd say you're probably one of the few folks in the country that can make that claim that Orville Wright taught you how to fly. So very, very good, and good to have you with us this morning, Jim. So thanks for joining the net, and come back and join us again whenever you can. We're on here every day, starting up at 10 o'clock Central Time on this frequency. So break with K4 VSK. That is the bottom of the list. Let me go ahead and give the answers to the questions this morning. I'd say that most folks got the answers correct. Don was correct right out of the gate. I don't know how he does it, but he usually has the right answers, and he started us off with Delta Delta. Delta Delta is the answer. There are approximately, as of June of 2025, actually, according to the information that I found, there are approximately 100 F4 Phantom 2s still in service, with a majority, around 62 of them, operated by the Iranian Air Force. Other countries that are still flying the F4 include Turkey with 19 and Greece with 17. And the Greek F4s are upgraded F4Es and RF4Es. So there's a total of almost 100, approximately 100, about 98 to 100 F4s still flying. So hope everybody enjoyed the questions this morning. I ran across this. I thought it would make an interesting question this morning. So it was interesting to me. I was amazed that there's still so many out there flying. What a great airplane to still be in service. Anyway, break, that is the bottom of the list. Let's go ahead with a quick 73 round. Dale, can you bring Don in again? K0ZNC. You're up for the 73 round, Don. WB5DRI.
Okay, yeah, Brian, will do. K0ZNC, go ahead for the 70. Pardon me. For the 73 round, Don, go ahead. W5OG, I'll bring you in.
Thank you, Dale. Appreciate it. And thank you, Brian, for hitting me on HF. Did a good job on the net this morning. Good question. The SDR Utah 2 was clear Daily, you're coming through really good on SDR Utah too. The K1VOB also probably the last month or so has not been real strong on that SDR. And it's the only SDR I've got going right now. So Dale, I appreciate you getting me on. You're coming through loud and clear. With that, we'll say 73 to everyone. Have a good weekend, rest of the week. And we'll see you all on Monday. I got church tomorrow. 73 is all back to you, Brian. WB5DRI via W5OG K0ZNC. 73.
W5OG back to net.
Okay, Don, very good. Good to hear you this morning, and 73s to you, sir, and we'll talk to you again on Monday. Break with K0ZNC. Let's go to our mobile station, see if he might still be out there mobiling around. KB7LAK, Justin. Justin, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
Seven three, Justin. He turned it back, Brian.
Okay. Well, 73s, Justin, and we'll talk to you next time. But drive safe there, and good to have you in there with us this morning. Break with KB7LAK. Let's go back out to California to our tailhook Navy guy. K6PX. Steve, you're up for the 73 round, also with a correct answer. WB5DRI.
Very good, Brian. Thank you so much. Pretty good. Favorite Orion Rider 73, the 6PX out.
He says, preserve, protect, defend from your favorite Rhino Rider, W5OG back to net. 7-3, Steve.
Okay, Steve. 73 to you, sir. And good to have you in there with us this morning. And we won't hold it against you that you went to Purdue. Anyway, 73, Steve. Break with K6PX. Let's go to my neighbor to the north there, also our net logger expert this morning. And Lee, N5BE. Thanks for your help again. You're up, sir, for the 73 round. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI N5BE. I'm hardly an expert, Brian. I'm an appliance operator. I enjoyed this today. That was, and thank goodness we had better conditions, better than about the last month. I'm going to give you guys a homework assignment for tomorrow's question. Look up Royal Air Force 616 Squadron. The Royal Air Force 616 Squadron. That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. So I'm giving you a big heads up and do a little bit of study on those guys. That was a very special unit that did some amazing things. So, Royal Air Force 616 Squadron. I don't expect anybody to know the answers unless they look it up. And but it's an historical fact that I think we need to talk about. So that's tomorrow's question. All right, Brian, enjoyed it today, and well done. Really nice net today, Brian. WB5DRI, N5BE. I got too many screens. 73.
Okay, Lee. Thank you for that. N5BE, WB5DRI. Well, homework assignment for tomorrow. RAF Squadron 616 RAF Squadron. Read up on that because the questions are going to be about the RAF tomorrow from Lee there. So very good, Lee. 73 to you. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. And break with you. I think. I know Charlie's still receive only SK4YDB, and we've got a bunch of other folks, K7ARN, Ed, K7ARN, Ken, getting ahead of myself here, and N9KJN, Norm is receive only, and also John, WA6LJS is receive only. And I believe that Ed may have checked out, but let me stand by for him to make sure. KK7UNA. If you're still in there with us, Ed, you're up for the 73 round. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI 007 Uniform November Alpha. Thank you, Brian. Yep, I'm still here. Many of us can remember many years ago looking up in the sky and seeing the Affairs Department. We need to be, I think, cognizant of the situation that now China has taken over space. All you have to do is think about they've already got their own government-funded space station being built and being manned by astronauts. The U.S. is truthfully falling behind. So I think we need to look out for private companies like Axiom and follow them and do what's necessary in this country and not let China take over control of space. That's the next real frontier where I'm afraid wars are going to be fought in a slightly different manner. Back to you, Brian. 007 Uniform November Alpha. Back to net.
Okay, Ed, well, I'm glad I gave you a call there. Thanks for all that. And, I agree with you. I think the Chinese are our number one foe in the world today. And I think, I think we're going to be up against them one of these days. And they're definitely really charging ahead in a lot of ways. They've stolen so much technology from us over the years that they've been able to build up their and really modernize all of their military forces there. And I'm afraid they're, like you say, they're getting also into space very heavily. But anyway, good to hear you this morning, Ed. And you're about a S7 to an S8 with me. Nice signal on my radio here this morning. So your signal really came up from what it had been. But very good to have you with us this morning, Ed. 73 is to you. Let's go back out to Nevada now. To Sparks, to Carl, KF7GJO, who's also very strong with me this morning. Good morning again, Carl. 73s, you're up, sir, for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
Well, good, Brian. Hey, really good net today, much better than I expected with what the propagation has been doing. And yes, I have to agree with you, Ed, if you're copying me. Space is the place. And I'm not trying to be a poet, it's just a fact of life. The evidence takes care of itself with regard to the last news we've had, that battles on the ground for a large part are a thing of the past. We aren't going to fight that many infantry battles in the future. It's going to happen in the air and in space. So we're going to read my 3 books on Aurora, the airplane that never existed, if you believe what they tell you. 73s, everybody have a fantastic day. We'll try this again tomorrow. WW5ENZ, that's not right. WP5DRI KO7D Dale.
Okay, Carl. Well, very good to hear you this morning, and like I say, very good conditions between us this morning. We have a very good path here, so have a great day there, Carl. 73 is to you. And I do have to mention, I think Lee made a correction on his RAF squadron there. I think he's saying now that it's not 616, it's 161 apparently. RAF squadron 161. I'll have to look that up. I'm not aware of that one, but that's what the homework assignment is for tomorrow. So very good, Lee, on that. Let's see. Let's go back to my older brother Dale. Dale, thanks for all the help this morning with your big station there, W5OG, and loved Carolyn there as well. You're up, sir, for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Good net. Enjoyed the question and the good conversation there. 73, everybody have a great day. See you over on Echo Link. WB5DRI, W5OG, back to net.
Okay, Dale, we'll talk to you some more on Echo Link. Break with you. Let's go to Bob down in Lutz, also with correct answers. K2SJP, Bob, you're up. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K2SJP. Thanks for running the net there, Brian. And great question, especially when I get it right. Not always. Sometimes, actually. See you on Echo Link in about 15 minutes because I got lunch on the table, and I'll be back on Echo Link shortly. See you then. WB5DRI, K2SJP.
Okay, Bob, good to hear you this morning, and your signal is still blasting into my station this morning. And we'll talk to you some more on Echo Link there. So break with K2SJP. Let's go back out to Corona, California to Jim, W6WAY. Jim, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI. Okay, Jim. Well, 73 is to you, and good to hear you this morning, and maybe we'll talk to you some more on Echo Link there. Break with W6WAY. Let's go to Rod again out in El Paso. KO1Y. Rod, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI. Okay, Rod, well, 73 is to you. Have a great weekend. We'll break with KO1Y. Let's go to Joe, W5ABI, also with the correct answers there. Joe, you're up, sir, for the 73 round, WB5DRI. W5ABI, are you still in there? WB5DRI.
Brian, he shows checked out in the aim window.
Okay, Lee, thank you for that. We'll break with him and keep it moving here. Let's see. Let's go to our commander, K1BOB. Bob, thanks for the help this morning. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K1BOB, fun question there, Brian, fun question. Who doesn't like the old rhino? We all do. Anyway, K1BOB will be on Echo Link, and see everybody tomorrow. K1BOB, back to you.
Okay, we'll talk to you some more on Echolink, Bob, but great to hear you, and thanks for the help this morning. We'll break with K1BOB. Let me try W4PUO one more time here. Lee, W4PUO, you're up for the 73 round, Lee, if you're still in there. WB5 Deer Eye. Well, I'm not hearing Lee. We'll break with him and we'll say give him a 73 and let's move on. Let's try Ray out in New Jersey. Also, had the correct answers there, Ray. WB2JJO. You're up for the 73 round. WB5 Deer Eye. Okay, I think you turned it there, Ray. 73 is to you, sir. And we'll look for you the next time. Break with WB2JJO. Let's go to James up in Belton. KG5PTE. James, you're up for the 73 round. WB5 Deer Eye.
WB5 DRI in the group, KG5PT. Yeah, I'm reading Leon's note to me on the AIM window here about his wife having rotator cuff surgery, and I copied that, Leon, and hopefully my wife doesn't have that long of a recovery because she's got to go back to work with the kiddos in September. So hopefully she can get back to work as soon as possible. Anyway, Dale, if you're listening, W5OG, I've been listening to the equipment repeater on VHF, UHF this morning, but I didn't hear any activity, any VHF ducting, but that's not to say it wasn't working. So I'll be monitoring it because it has been working the last couple of days. I've been hearing some distance on VHF, so I'll keep listening for you, and I'll catch y'all on Echolink. 7-3s, everybody. KG5.
Okay, James, very good. KG5PTE, WB5 DRI. Well, we'll talk to you some more on Echolink this morning, James, but good to hear you. And we'll break with you. I'm not sure if Frank has already checked out, I think, N4GYY. So we'll give him a 73. And looks like we're down to, let's try Cliff, W5PIX. If you're still in there, Cliff, you're up for the 73 round, WB5 Deer Eye.
All right, W5PIX here, WB5 DRI in the group. All the flyers have a good weekend, and hope to see you again tomorrow, Lord willing. And, well, we just had a little power failure. It was on and off. It's made a mess of everything here, so trying to straighten out the computers and stuff. But anyway, hopefully we can get on Echolink here in just a little bit. Whiskey 5 Papa Indy X-ray. 7-3, everyone. Back to you, Brian. WB5DRI, W5PIX.
Okay, Cliff, 73s to you, and you guys enjoy your brunch there, and we'll talk to you the next time. Break with W5PIX. Let's try our Texas station there this morning, K5JGS. John, if you're still in there, John, you're up for the 73 round. K5JGS, WB5 DRI. Is he talking? I'm not hearing him. He may be too close to me. Well, I see him as checked out. So let's go ahead, keep it moving here. We'll break with K5JGS 73. See you, John, if you're still listening. And let's go to our Florida station, Jim, our visitor from Florida who's checked in with us on the net, I believe, before, but good to have you in there with us this morning, Jim. K4VSK. K4VSK. You're up, sir, for the 73 round, WB5 DRI. Are you still hearing him, Dale, W5OG?
Nothing heard here, Brian, W5OG.
Okay, thank you. So he must have left, and so we'll give him a 73. That is the bottom of the list as I have it. Did I miss any stations on the 73 round, or do we have any additional last-minute check-ins, members or guests, to the Air Force's Flyers Club Net? This is WB5 DRI. Please call now. I heard a station, KQ6 or something. Can you come back slowly with your call sign? Dale, are you hearing him any better? He's very light with me.
Brian, I'm not hearing the station. He's too light for me, W5OG.
I apologize, old man. I'm hearing you, but you're very, very light with me, and I can't quite make out your call sign. I think it's a Kilo 6, possibly. Maybe a California station. I'm not sure if you're using low power, if you're QRP or what, but I'm just not picking you out there. I apologize. Okay, 73 is to you, sir. Please come back and join us when the conditions are better from your location there. We're on here every day starting up at 10 o'clock Central Time. So please come back and join us on the Flyers Club Net again. Well, that is the bottom of the net. Appreciate all the participation this morning and all the relays and the help with NetLogger there from N5BE. And the live stream from K4YDB, and all the relays from